Hello, guys. I'm Timothy Earle from Picks and Parlays, and welcome back to another edition of Ballin' Out with Tomorrow. We've got a sizable NBA slate today. Actually, it's 11 games, so a nice big slate for it. But before we jump into today's slate, we'll go ahead and look back at what happened yesterday. So far, as I'm recording this, I am 1-1. Unfortunately, the Pistons fell flat on their face. They could not cover the three. But we've hit our third straight best bet in the NBA, and that was the under in the Bulls game. And then we have one more play remaining tonight, and that is the Denver Nuggets up on the site. So we're 1-1 pending the Nuggets, so we'll see how that goes. And if you guys are interested in getting all of my NBA plays, 1 week pass for the NBA, only $70. Picksandparlays.net/Tim. Number one in the site. I believe I'm up 22 units this year, which $100 units, you're up $2,200. We'll go ahead and get into this big slate because we'll start off with the Detroit Pistons, who are taking on the 76ers. And boy, is that a sizable spread right there. 12 points with a total of 224 in this game. And looking at the two sides, we just saw Detroit play tonight, and they lost by a bunch to Utah. Philadelphia hasn't played since their overtime win on the 19th. So yesterday, as I'm recording this, they had a nice overtime win. Philly has also won 5 straight games. They did not cover their last game, but they've covered in 4 out of their last 5. But when it comes to this one, I'm coming nowhere near a spread. I will go after the total. I'm going to go under the total in this one. I think Detroit just comes out slow after their game yesterday. I think that you're going to get a solid defensive effort from the Philadelphia 76ers, who are ranked 3rd among defense in the NBA this year at 108 points a game. We're going to go ahead and take that guy under the 224.5. We'll keep on rolling to a really good matchup tomorrow, which is the Milwaukee Bucks and the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Cavs 2-point favorites. 218.5 is the total. We get the Bucks, who are currently the number 1 team in the East, against the Cavs, who are the number 3 team in the East. And when it came to it, I'm just going to continue to back the team that is red hot at home this year. 15-2 are the Cavaliers, including 12-4-1 against the spread. I'm not worried about the against the spread record just because it's only a 2-point spread. It's not like it's 4, 5, 6 points where the spread matters. 2 points. Yes, it matters, but not a lot of games finish at 1-point games. I do not blame anybody if they want to go after the minus 130 total. Sorry, 130 money line. But I'm going to be grabbing Cleveland -2 against the Milwaukee Bucks, just because Cleveland is so dominant at home. This game's gross. I am not really a big fan of this one. I'll say this right off the bat, and you'll be able to tell by the play that I have, because the Nets are 7.5-point favorites against the Warriors, who just got absolutely destroyed against the Knicks tonight. 226.5 is the total in this one. I'm giving out a teaser, 6-point teaser on it. Nets -1.5, and the under 232.5. I can come nowhere close to betting the Warriors. Without Curry, they are a mess. Still no. They're missing a couple other. Wiggins is out. Green has been banged up. This is a team that's just riddled with injuries right now. They deserve to be this big of a favorite, of a dog. I think the Nets win this game. I'm not sure about a cover. I'm not trying to lay 7.5 points on the Nets either at home, because they are a horrible cover the spread at home team. I'm just going to grab the -1.5 and the under 232 as a 6-point teaser in the NBA. This one I'm a little bit more of a fan of, because the Bulls are in Atlanta taking on the Hawks. Hawks, good home team this year. They're 10-5 at home. They're 6.5-point favorites. 229.5 is the total. And when it comes to it, we just saw the Bulls. Hey, they just won a game in Miami. Good work there. But it's the second leg of a back-to-back, and Atlanta's a really good home team. I think that Atlanta goes in, covers, because they're 10-5 at record at home. When the Bulls 4-11, actually now they're going to be 5-11 on the road. But on a back-to-back, I just think it's too much to ask for them. I'm going to go ahead and grab the Hawks -6 and a hook. We'll go to this one. There's the play. I never switched. Okay, we get the Pacers and the Celtics. The Celtics are 10-point favorites. 231.5 is the total. I'm on the Pacers. This Celtics team has been struggling as of late. They have not covered in 5 straight games. One of those being a push against the Lakers in overtime, where they easily could have lost that one. I would also lean towards an under. This Celtics team has gone under in 6 out of their last 8 games, but I'm just going to go ahead and ride with the Indiana Pacers, who's been good covering this year, 17 and 14 covering this year. But I'm not interested in laying 10 points. I'll grab the 10 points with the Pacers. This next game has our best bet in it on the total, which if you guys are interested in that, 1 week pass for the NBA, only $70. Picksandparlays.net /Tim for that one, and that's going to be a total in this Knicks Raptors game. But we'll go ahead and give out a side for this one. And who is one of the hottest teams in the league right now? Yeah, that would be the New York Knicks, who have now won 8 straight games. I'm just going to continue to ride them. I know this is kind of like a little bit of a weird line. You get a Knicks team that's won 8 straight games. I don't care. I'm still going to grab the Knicks. Raptors have been awful on the road this year. They are 3-12 on the road, including 6-9 against the spread. I don't think they win this game. Knicks money line minus the 110. This one is the game that is the weird line in it. Because we get the Orlando Magic, who are 2-point favorites against the Houston Rockets. 223 is the total. We get the Orlando Magic coming into this one, covering in 8 straight games and winning 6 out of their last 7. Their last game that they lost, their last game they lost by 1 point to Atlanta. They honestly could have won that game. But when it comes to it, I'm going against. I'm taking the Rockets tomorrow. This is just a little bit of a weird line. You get an Orlando team that's this hot and against a Houston team who's looked awful, and it's only a 2-point spread. Yeah, I'll go ahead and jump on the Rockets tomorrow, taking them on the money line at plus 130, especially coming off of a blowout loss versus the San Antonio Spurs. Let's keep on rolling because we got 4 games left. The Portland Trailblazers are in Oklahoma City taking on the Thunder. Portland is around a 3-point home road favorite. 232.5 is the total in this one. Looking at the two teams, you get Oklahoma City, who is sitting at 13-18 this year, 19-12 against the spread. You get Portland, 20-11 against the spread this year. These two teams just played, with Oklahoma City winning, and I'm going right back to them because I'm getting a home dog again. Oklahoma City's been very scrappy, and Portland's starting to struggle a little bit. Well, they've not covered in 2 out of the last 3. Previous to that, they covered in 5 straight, but they're starting to look like they have a little bit of cracks. I'm going to take the Thunder again, plus 3 points. Keep on riding one of the hotter teams against the spread in the NBA, which is the Oklahoma City Thunder. 3 games left. The Mavericks are 3.5-point favorites in Minnesota, taking on the T-Wolves. 227 is the total in this one. These two teams just faced off on the 19th, 116-106. The Minnesota Timberwolves won that game. Although I lean towards the home dog, I'm going to take this one under because you still got Minnesota, who's beat up. Still no Karl-Anthony Towns. Rudy Gobert's beat up. Russell's beat up. And when it comes to it, I think they're going to just be a little bit slower on offense. Plus, you get Dallas, who's just struggled on offense this year. They're 21st in the league, only scoring 111 points a game. I think this one will be more of a defensive effort. First one to 105, 110 wins this game. Under the 227 for Dallas and Minnesota. Kings and the Lakers are up next. Kings 6.5-point favorites. 237.5 is the total in this game. And the Lakers are beat up beyond belief. Still no AD. LeBron is a big question mark to play tomorrow. And this Kings team has just covered spreads and won, and they've been winning games. 16-13 this year, 18-11 against the spread. They're one of the best teams covering spreads. This is about the limit that I go after it, and I'm taking the Kings tomorrow to beat up on the Lakers. Lakers absolutely looked horrible against the Suns. I think they continue to look bad. They just don't have any talent beyond Anthony Davis and LeBron James besides Russell Westbrook, and even that's not going to be enough. Kings minus the 6.5 for that one. Final game of the day, Hornets and Clippers. The Clippers are 6.5-point favorites. 222.5 is the total in this one. And the main thing with it, the Hornets do not believe in defense. We're taking it over. Hornets are allowing the third most amount of points in the NBA this year, 117.5 per game. Clippers, although scoring their offense is dead last and their defense is pretty solid, I think they're going to be able to score on this Hornets team, and I think the Hornets will be able to put up some points too. We're going to take it over the 222.5 for the last game of the night. Once again, if you guys are interested in my 1 week pass for the NBA, number one on the site, we've hit 3 straight best bets. Even if you just want the best bet package, $25 over on the site for my best bet, we've hit it in 3 straight games. Once again, the best bet is actually in the total in this Raptors and Knicks game. But that's going to do it for today's episode of Ballin with Tim Earle. I want to thank you guys all for watching. And until next time, let's make some money. Let's cash some bets in the NBA. Good luck, guys.